The other big story, guilty.
Yep.
Arias. Wow, Jodi Arias.
Do you see the pictures of her pussy online, dude? She was fucking sexy.
Show me.
Oh, there's pictures of Jodi Arias naked online.
Pull that up.
Yeah.
So I could pull on this.
Please.
Yeah.
I was tugging my dick just from the shaft and bag. I had my bag lifted and wrapped around my shaft like a cloth. Yeah, she's on her hands and knees. Yep. That's her too. Those are all her.
Oh, let me see that one. Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
Look at the vagina on her. She was really sexy.
Whoa, what the hell?
I like the fact that her cheeks are separate. Like, look at her ass.
She has a gaping asshole.
Like, there's a sexy
testimony did come out that she did take in the asshole.
That picture fucking drives me
She
crazy.
enjoyed a little... What a fucking lunatic, though, man.
Wait, did she have implants? Yeah, she had weird breasts. Weird, perfectly round breasts.
Breasts, it just says...
And I was looking at autopsy photos. Not autopsy, but crime scene photos of the guy. What a fucking brutal murder that was.
The slit in the throat.
You're just all over the place.
No, I just Googled something and they all came up in the same image bank, really.
The slit the throat one was fucking... Oh, it was like his jaw, the bottom of his jawbone was showing. She just fucking... Thank God they remembered to shut the curtains for the pictures we just showed. Yet, my snotty fucking nose, there's no way I could blow anything out my nose because even after
didn't we do this on
I had the tissues in there. I don't know what the fuck.
Well, where are they? Maybe they're here. Let's not kill Rock. When did you have them here?
But they should be
right there.
Like right there.
How hard is that?
Fucking tissues has turned into such a fucking production that it's beyond me. How tissues.
After Jim's show yesterday, I specifically put them aside into the bin, made sure they were here, and I don't know who walked off with them again.
Okay,
I'm sure we'll find out.
Someone
Put them on
keeps
the
doing
table
it.
this morning.
What?
Did you put them on the table this morning?
I had them with the bin in here, and as they were setting up
today.
this
but
morning.
who checks to make sure that the
Where did they go?
That's not even the box.
I just opened those up.
Where's the box?
The other one was like a silver gray one.
Who sets up the studio?
Yeah, who sets up the studio?
Who sets up the studio?
So who checks it?
Where's the
No
intern?
one.
It's gonna
Get that fucking...
No one checks that. No one checks the studio.
Who took the tissues out of here? That's what I want to know. Find out the big tissue caper.
That's what I want.
Where did the tissues go that were in here?
I put them in the box. The box is there when I was...
I thought Eric put them in the box.
This morning? You put them in the box.
Well, when I was...
What?
Alan, you're not even in the room.
I want to know. Where were the tissues this morning?
I didn't... They weren't inside the bin that I used to set up the studio. I packed them yesterday, but they weren't there when...
Someone removed them from the bin.
Yeah.
So why didn't you realize that there were no tissues up here and get a new box of tissues?
Because I'm pretty much automated in the morning. I didn't think about it.
Well, part of the automation should be looking to see that there are some tissues up here for snotty noses.
He should catch it, and then the supervisor who's supervising the studio setup should catch it.
There is none.
Oh, there's not?
Nobody checks the studio after the interns set it up.
Oh.
So that cancels the second tier.
It just astounds me. It's such a big issue. It's such a difficult thing to do that every day. Where was it, Iraq?
You don't know.
Where was it, Iraq? Where was that box?
Shut the fuck up. They were on the floor, just laying off the floor like they fell out.
The floor where? In the office?
Right near the office, yeah.
Maybe they fell out.
That's what I just said.
I know, but you made it seem like they fell out. And they probably just fell out.
Like there was a possibility of them jumping out?
Yes.
Oh,
This should
boy.
not even be an issue.
It shouldn't.
And once again, it is.
Right.
Yeah. I can't believe that the tissues are the big breaking point here.
Gotta get a supervisor, I guess.
It's not. Yeah, someone should check the. It's not
an employee of the company.
Yeah.
Now you get the hell out of here.
It's not a major issue, but it's like
no. It's such a stupid issue that it shouldn't be an issue. Is what it is.
It's a small thing.
It's just. It astounds me.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we? Jodi
Arias. Let's get back to her.
Jodi Arias. A little bit of a controversy there on my Twitter, of course. It was. when the verdict came in, of course, they say there's a verdict, and then there's like an hour before they announce it. So during that time, a lot of people were tweeting the fact that there was indeed a verdict in. So I tweeted, Jodi Arias' verdict is in. And I put, fuckable. like the verdict on her is that she is indeed fuckable.
And she is.
Right. And fucking, of course she's fuckable. Well, I guess that upset tweet. What is it? Tweety? What is the fucking thing? That Twitter fucking police that goes around with that Michelle Melkin fucking.
Wait, what is this? Tweety what?
What is it called? Twitter? No. It's fucking. Come on, somebody get on that fucking.
I know.
I can't even remember the Twitchy.
What is
Twitchy?
What is Twitchy?
It's some fucking. They try to make news out of Twitter. And like, oh, look what's happening. Look, see, they say, what difference does it make? Eric Nordstrom fights back tears during Benghazi statement, and then they'll have Kristen Powers there talking about it. And then you keep going down. All right, yeah, find that one. And there it is. No, that's the Michaela Maroney. I make Twitchy a couple of times here on my wonderful.
I just like the quote, Anthony Cumia, Twitchy. Stop being tattletale pussies.
Yeah, because they're little tattletales. Little tattletales.
Twitchy. Ew.
Oh, there it is.
Let me see. Your first name is Pig?
Pig Anthony Cumia. It says Pig Anthony Cumia. You like it, Jimmy?
You bet I do, and I would too. I'd fuck her too. You know what bothers me so much about them getting self-righteous about it? And this is why that they should just fucking kill themselves. Is because what you're saying is really blunt and ugly and true. Right. The reason that we are so focused, her looks and the looks of Casey Anthony are absolutely a part of why people are fucking fascinated with them.
They're even watching and paying attention to this case. Do you know how many murder cases are going on in this country right now with ugly people?
Yep.
Yeah, you never hear about it. This has that
far worse than this.
Right. This has that sexual thing, you know. She's very sexual, she's kinky, she took in the ass, and she fucking, you know, ravages her lover there with a butcher knife. But she's hot. And guys think, yeah, I'd fuck her. So I put there, the verdict is in. Fuckable. And then, of course, I had a hashtag Jodi Arias so it would get to people that wouldn't understand the joke, not just my followers, of course. And then Twitchy puts Pig Anthony Cumia, quote, and then a little, you know, quote, accused, and now it says convicted murderer Jodi Arias is fuckable.
Twitchy is this. It's like, this is why people make me so sick when they get upset.
Yeah.
Because with the Menendez trial, these good-looking boys killed. Her looks are absolutely a part of why people are interested in her.
Absolutely. Why? And then there was because of that, I guess people get the word that that I'm on Twitchy. That something happened on the Twitchy. So this fucking guy, and where is this one? Oh,
the Facebook guy?
Yeah, the Facebook guy. What was he? Some conservative dickbag.
Well, figures.
What happened there? Facebook not coming up? Uh-oh. What happened to his page? Oh, maybe his page down? What? Some fans might have gotten him. He goes on this. Oh, here it is.
Let me see if I can.
See if we can find him. Yeah, it's, what's his name? The
Conservative Insurgent.
The Conservative Insurgent.
Ew.
Read his profile.
How embarrassing.
I'm a political insurgent fighting against liberalism, tyranny, Islamification, multiculturalism, and socialism.
Now, how come I can't agree with this guy?
Is his face on there?
No.
Why would it be?
37,000 likes, though.
Why would it be? And I guess he was a little upset by my Jodi Arias comments.
Oh, was he?
But he doesn't even do the slightest bit of research, like reading 5 of my tweets to see what I'm all about. Yeah, I think he deleted it. Yeah, my army of followers let him know the what is. Go to that picture though, so I could read what he wrote. Anthony Cumia. of Opie and Anthony show tweets Jodi Arias is fuckable. Yep. Anthony Cumia thinks Jodi Arias is fuckable. There are a lot of Opie and Anthony show fanboys out there.
You're spelling Opie wrong, by the way.
Of course he is. I have absolutely no idea why. Cumia is, of course, a typical liberal moonbat and misogynist pig who can get away with BS like this. Personally, I'd love to see Cumia pair up with Jodi Arias. Maybe Cumia would get the Travis Alexander treatment, shot in the head, multiple stab wounds, and throat slit from ear to ear. What exactly is so sexually appealing about Jodi Arias? The fact she's disgusting, cold-blooded murderer? The fact she got convicted of first-degree murder? I guess I'll just never understand how a liberal's mind works.
But can we just keep what a dumb motherfucker this guy sounds like.
Dummy.
What a fucking an ill-informed dummy.
Yes.
No, I mean you. What
right.
But I mean, like, to take a joke that you made and to give it a literal response.
Literally.
The insurgent, conservative insurgent is a cunt.
He's a dumb fuck. And the fact of the matter is, you look at her picture without knowing the context. I said she's fuckable.
She is
not
fuckable.
Not fuckable for the fact that she slit her boyfriend's throat, although it adds in a little mystique. But the fact that she's just visually, she's appealing to a man. Not a fucking guy like the conservative fucking insultant.
Conservative insurgent. What a douche.
She got one thing right.
Yeah.
Misogynist pig part.
I bet Cumia thought Casey Anthony was fuckable too.
Well, he did get that right. He wrote that. I'm sure Cumia thought his remarks were humorous.
They were.
But there's nothing funny about a young man tragically losing his life at the age of 30 because he was murdered by some jealous, crazed psycho C/NT.
Wait a minute. If you're a misogynist pig, why is the conservative insurgent writing cunt, even though he beeped out the one word?
Oh, my God.
Why are you a misogynist pig for saying that you want to fuck Jodi Arias, but he's not for making a gender attack like cunt?
Horrible, Jimmy. You're absolutely right. There are some very sick-minded people out there, most of them liberals. At least justice was served against Arias. It's just deplorable that liberal losers like Anthony Cumia try to put these vile killers on a pedestal.
You couldn't have missed the mark more.
This guy, swing and a huge miss.
Yeah, you lefty.
I'm a lefty.
I love that.
And then everyone who commented on it, pointing out that you're like a registered Republican, conservative. He would just deflect the issue and say, it's not a funny joke. Well, like,
of course.
He's a fucking douche and a party killer and a baby.
Yes. Well, it was a little too much for him to handle because he fucking bailed and deleted the original post, all the replies, because I even replied on it. I said, look, I'm fucking... I'm the furthest thing from a liberal. I go, if you just looked at my avatar picture, you'd fucking at least get a hint. I'm not a liberal. I have a fucking 50 caliber with a scope on it I'm looking through. And then the other Facebook one, I'm holding a pistol at the camera, yelling.
You're a liberal.
What's wrong with you?
The conservative insurgent. What an embarrassing name
really
to give yourself.
Like, look at me. I'm an insurgent. I'm a conservative insurgent.
I'm fighting. You're not.
You're not fighting.
You're some tool sitting at home trying to be heard under a fake name.
He's an asshole. And then another guy came out of the woodwork to give me shit. And he turns out, he's another one of these fucking right-wing religious fucking conservatives.
Those guys are the worst.
They are fucking horrible. Shut up with your holier-than-thou bullshit. Fuck you. He comes out with it. His name was something Douglas, I guess, if you could find it down there.
Was it on Twitter?
Earl?
Yeah, he was on Earl. Fucking Earl Douglas.
Michael. Frederick.
And, he wrote some shit about how horrible it was that I wrote that Jodi was fuckable.
It makes you so sick because the fascination, like these people are glued to their TV. Yeah, you have empathy for the victim, of course, but that's not why they're glued to their TV.
No.
It's the same shock that Susan Boyle was a great singer. We can't believe an ugly fat pig is so gifted. That's part of the morbid attraction to this case. We can't believe such a beautiful girl, or such a girl that I would be attracted to under other circumstances, is involved in this, or is guilty of this, or is capable of this.
Yeah.
So her looks are a part of it, you fucking fakes, you phonies.
Yeah, they
Douglas Nelson?
Douglas Nelson?
Is that him? Let me see. Is it? No, it was like at _ Douglas, I think was his tweeter. But he got all on me and stuff. And all you got to do is read their people's profiles for the most part to get enough ammo to just slam them. So, of course, when he said he was pro-life, I had to just completely go after the abortion angle.
Yeah.
I informed him that perhaps if him and his wife were having any children, that they should abort them. And then I think the nice fun way to say that, I think I said, you should hoove that dummy maker. I don't think he appreciated that his wife's dummy maker should be hooved.
And you know what? People will cry about being bullied. He bullied me. Like, people want to say whatever they want to say and then cry when you respond.
Yes, exactly. You want to fucking say shit? I'm going to say shit. It's an open fucking forum.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. Why not? Yeah, and just for saying that she's fuckable.
She is.
Any fucking guy, first of all, any just heterosexual guy that's being honest can look at her without looking at what she did or any of that horse shit and go, yeah, okay, she would be considered. There he is, Dan Donald. Oh, it's Donaldson, sorry. Dan Donaldson. Oh. And his avatar, his little picture, his profile pic is Captain America's shield. How old are you? Yeah, it's Captain America's shield. No picture, of course. But, yeah, he's quite the conservative.
Dan Donaldson is an ass.
He's a marketing, SEO, web development, hockey nut, movie fan, pro-life, student of libertarianism. Yeah, sure. Views are my own. It's from Indiana. And,
verdict is in.
Yeah. He wrote the verdict is in. What did he write?
The verdict is in on Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
On the XM bird because no one would carry them. Lower than basic cable, above junk mail.
That's the that old gag where it's like, he's on. Oh, right.
No one listens to you.
No one would carry us. So, yeah, because where we really want to be right now is some local fucking FM station where we are completely gagged to be able to speak. Shut up. Love doing satellite radio.
I do too.
Unfortunately, not for this company, but I love doing it. There's only so many satellites orbiting the Earth. Could do it on the Weather Channel, I guess. They got a satellite up there.
Yeah.
Fucking the Spy Satellite Show.
Yeah, we're in great shape. If Buzz Aldrin was right and we do colonize fucking Mars, we're in perfect shape to broadcast to them.
Right. We have experience with satellites.
I want to do a gig on Mars.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'll ever happen where we colonize the moon or Mars
doubt, yeah.
and entertain, because you never think of that. You always think it's scientists and fucking people. But then after a while, entertainers go. It's like, where you playing? I'm playing Moonbase Alpha. Tickets are still available. Call the crater.
Here's what I predict. This is a future prediction.
Oh, future Jimmy.
Let's just say it's 500 years from now. And let's say Ray Kurzweil was right. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, human DNA has been 100% mapped and the brain has been mapped. So we know how to save all thoughts. Everything that makes Anthony or Sam who you are and Jim, we can save onto a computer hard drive. The mystery of God or all that shit has been figured out, and we can upload everything we are into a hard drive because it's all electrical impulses.
Could take 3 or 4K. Sparkling personalities.
So let's say that can happen. Now, we're already making body parts in 3D printers. We can't, do a full body yet. But let's just say 500 years from now, we'll easily be able to replicate a full body exactly as it is in a printer.
Whoa.
Instantly. So how hard would it be to have a body of yours replicated, say 10 light years away, and then have your fucking every piece of information about you sent
over there
and put into that fucking body? And that sounds crazy.
Then what happens to you?
I can picture you just kind of almost in a Matrix thing, sitting in a chair, like a place where your body would be, and just wait for you to get back.
Wait for you to get back.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that will be figured out. But it's not as crazy as it sounds. It sounds crazy, but it's not fucking... Yeah.
Never thought of that.
It'd be like changing clothes.
Right. They just beam your info across there.
Look at what's happening. Everything with these Google glasses, everything we look at now, let's just say again, let's go 100 years from now. Everything you look at is saved and captured and put on a hard drive. So every experience every human has is captured and saved on a hard drive. Or captured and saved somewhere. And your thoughts are too, because once we figure that shit out, it's no longer a mystery. Oh, the thoughts and the dreams. Oh, of course not.
Oh my God.
It's going to happen. Kurzweil was right. He's a fucking smart guy.
Yeah?
Yep.
Think so?
Yeah.
It's kind of frightening.
Yeah.
Our little image of the future.
Oh, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Just zap you over. Where you going? Ah, Planet Snook. I'm going to Planet Snook.
We have the Jodi Arias interview. This is after her conviction, right?
Who the fuck got access to her?
I know.
Probably Sam. One question.
Oh, boy.
Do you like grape soda?
What's in your backpack?
Yeah.
We should probably play what you have, because this is like 7 parts and they're all like 3 minutes long.
Oh yeah, okay. I got it over here.
How many parts do you have?
Yeah, immediately after giving this interview, it was told that she would not be giving any more interviews.
Why is that?
Because she said stuff. I don't think she's supposed to.
Let me see.
There's still sentencing. And with her conviction of murder 1, she absolutely can get that death penalty.
That's what she wants.
So, yeah, she has said she wants it, but...
yeah, I think this was the big quote, the explaining why she would prefer a death penalty.
All right. Let's
Why
listen
would?
in.
By the way, A, she might be using reverse psychology because she doesn't want it. And B, when you're convicted, how do they sit silent when they're convicted? How about this? What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm always very curious as to the mindset there. But her little chin was going frt.
Yeah.
She was almost ready to go. And then the lawyer does that insincere pat on the back and rubbing of the shoulder because they're obligated to do that, I guess.
How do you show? But that's the legal. How do you show no emotion?
I love the ones that do. They collapse. But it's rare, Usually they're very composed.
Yeah, how does a lawyer give you sympathy, like rubbing your back, like, I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go to jail
I'm going home. I'll talk about this moment right here.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to prison.
Forever.
I failed on this national spotlight to get you off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I failed.
Yeah. Or you just lean over. It's pretty hard on me, too.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my career here we're talking.
Yeah. I can't believe we lost.
Yeah, we lost. This is so bad for us.
Yeah.
Automatic appeal.
Yeah. This will go on for a long time.
Did she say, by the way, why because she brutally killed this guy?
She said it was self-defense. She said he was very abusive and that. But that's he came after her. That's the only defense she had. There wasn't even a question as to whether she did it or not. Right. That wasn't the case. The case was did she have any justification whatsoever to do that? The murder was so brutal that it had none of the earmarks of a self-defense killing.
She said
it had all the earmarks of a passion killing. One of these, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend type of overkill murders. It wasn't a self-defense.
Do you know? Because I think he blogged once or something and said, "I'm dating an ex-murderer."
Oh, wow.
Can you look that up?
Sure.
Travis had written that. What is it, Travis? No,
Travis.
Not the Travis that should have been stabbed, but the one that unfortunately was. Travis Tefft was stabbed by his dog. You
want to hear the quote while he's looking for it?
Are you focusing on the court, or are you focusing on what could be the worst outcome for you?
Well, the worst outcome for me would be natural life. I would much rather die a lot sooner than later. Longevity runs in my family, and I don't want to spend the rest of my natural life in one place. I'm pretty healthy. I don't smoke, and I would probably live a long time. So that's not something I'm looking forward to. I said years ago that I'd rather get death than life, and that still is true today. I believe death is the ultimate freedom, so I'd rather just have my freedom as soon as I can get it.
Ultimate freedom if the religion thing doesn't come into play. If it does, youch. You are in Dutch.
If she thought this thing was bad news, imagine realizing there's a hell.
Wait till she goes to heck.
Whoa. She'll be Satan's concubine. She thinks she likes taking it in the ass. How about a flaming hot pointy devil tail? Just fuck.
It's a good song. Satan's concubine.
How does that go?
Satan's concubine.
His songs are terrible.
Horrible.
They're all the same.
He just wants to be cool so bad.
I know, he really does.
Cool
he thinks the devil's cool.
I know,
and like Satan. And, although I do like, what is it, Satan's Circus or the Devil's Circus? Which one was it?
Oh, yeah, it was
the Devil's Circus.
The Devil's Circus.
Yeah.
Can I hear a little of that?
Fuck yeah.
Yes. It's terrible.
He's acting like he's trying to be cool in 7th grade in 1996.
Right, yes.
Do you think Chip wears Jenko jeans?
Yeah, definitely wears Jenkos.
Oh, Chippa.
Wranglets. What do you write?
So yeah, he blogged less than a month before he was killed. In a lengthy blog post titled "Why I Want to Marry a Gold Digger," he shared his thoughts about the perils of being single and his desire to change his priorities to date with marriage in mind. This is his quote. Desperately trying to find out if my date has an axe murderer penned up inside of her and knowing that she's wondering the same thing about me. That's usually when I think myself into a panic and start acting weird in consequence to trying so hard to act normal.
Oh, but wait, boy. Is he saying, he said my date? Oh, no, that's not.
I don't think he's not saying,
he was speaking figuratively.
Oh, okay, forget it. Yeah, I
figuratively speaking.
I read the,
yeah, it was more of an ironic twist.
It's like when you say, oh, she's a psychopath. Oh, this, it's like, it's just anything. She's on her period.
It's like assuming every girl you date is an axe murderer.
Yeah.
And then dating one.
And then you date one.
Right. I think that's in that song.
Even a broken clock.
Right.
Do you think they had fought before? I wonder if they had fought, because I told you I finally broke up with my girlfriend when I got so mad. I went out to the knife drawer.
Oh, Jimmy.
And fucking and handled a knife.
And buttered some toast for her.
I certainly did. I'm like, here, have a bit of, this is cheese bread like my grandmother used to make. It'll make you stop being a total cunt. But I just knew that's how these things end.
What was the process going on in your head where you would even... Like, you could think to yourself, fucking love to just thrust a knife into her throat or something like that. But the second you start walking towards, that is a giant leap between just thinking about anything and actually setting it in motion, regardless of how far you go.
Yeah.
You set it in motion. That's very scary.
Yeah, I know. It really frightened me.
What were you thinking? What were you going to do?
And I knew I wasn't going to, but I remember when she was yelling. It was really late. It was 3 a.m, and I was just, how I'm so tired all the time.
Oh, it always is, these dummies.
And I wanted to go to sleep, and she just wouldn't stop this one night. And again, believe me, I was a shit boyfriend half the time. So it's...
Was she yapping?
Yeah, but this was one night where she wouldn't stop. And I remember, as she was talking... I could feel my right arm, it was pitch black. I could feel the arc of it as I wanted to punch her. What it would be like to swing my arm. I could physically feel my arm itching to go, to drill her in the face. I'm like, I can't do that. And then I started just getting murderously angry. And I'm like, I want to fucking stick a knife in her. I want to stick a knife in her chest. And I went out to the fucking kitchen. And again, I didn't walk towards the bed. I more to also take a breath too.
Oh, okay, get out of there.
And I would love to fucking stab her. I would love to stab myself. I was so angry.
That's how that shit happens, I guess.
But that is how it happens in a moment.
Going. Right.
In a moment, or especially you're drunk, or you take something hurts, or you have a gun. That's where guns scare me, because in that moment, if there was a gun right there, I don't know if I would have shot her, but I absolutely would have stuck it in her mouth. Without a doubt, if I had a gun in that moment, I would have stuck it in her fucking mouth.
Jesus. That's nuts.
And that's why I don't own a pistol.
But you gotta believe so many of these things probably happen. I think most of these weird cases are not crazy premeditated things. Right. They're just those moments it's like, in this single moment, you just impacted your entire life.
And you ended theirs.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And in this case, though, they found premeditation. So she got the murder one. Yeah, kind of hard. I guess she had this background of being a little kooky. Is that it?
But that's why sometimes you got to know when to walk away. Like, my anger was my own problem, but I saw, like, that's how this could end with her. And even if it's not something dramatic, even just a physical altercation. I've never had one with her.
Was she demeaning you? Was she?
No, just, oh, yeah, what the fuck? Like, she was fierce. And she would argue nasty, and I would argue, but she didn't know. I told her, I'm willing to stop talking right now.
Yeah.
Like, just,
please let this go.
Shut the fuck up. I'm asking you nicely to please stop talking because you don't understand how angry I am.
I remember this.
And it wasn't a tough thing. It wasn't like, it was like, I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to control it. It's almost like I understand how people get run over with their cars. Like, I understand how people do that in that moment. And I was willing to stop. It wasn't like I wanted to bully her. I just was like, I'm done talking. I'll stop. You stop, please.
She'd have no part of it.
And she wouldn't go back to her apartment. Like, I was paying her rent because I didn't want us to fight like this. And I'm like, I know that I'm a motherfucker sometimes. And I'm like, I wanted her to be able to go home. And like, 20 blocks away she lived.
Jeez.
And she wouldn't leave. Like, she wouldn't go home that night to her. Like, and so she wouldn't leave my space. And it was like, whatever.
I bet that happens and some of these dummies get killed and they don't realize you just fucking suck it up and leave. Just leave, you dunce.
Yeah, just fucking stop.
You're going to get killed.
For the moment. Just stop for the moment. But again, it's so weird. We break up and then we don't talk for a while and now she's probably my best friend.
Wow.
Well.
Yeah, girls are like that. They can do that.
Happy ending.
Nah, yeah. Do we have any more of that Arias
no, I just put the one.
Audio, that one? Yeah. Well, she's...
you wonder what goes on, though.
Sentencing will be.
Like in your head when the rage wears off.
Yeah.
And you just look and you just...
Oh, man.
You just killed someone.
That's when you got to go into survival mode and you start to, you got to start cutting through some joints.
Yeah.
Get rid of that fucking body.
Yeah.
It is unretractable. It's unfixable.
Right. You can't... Like, this is not fixable.
No.
You just... Somebody's going to ask about that person.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And there's DNA all over the place.
And you're connected with them. Like, that's your dude.
And there's no way you can get out of it.
No.
You can try to make up excuses. The cops are so good at fucking foiling that, especially on these instant crimes of passion that happen right off without any planning. Because, everyone knows she was over your house.
Yeah.
You got evidence. What's the story? Where did she go? You were the last one to see her. There's got to be blood evidence somewhere.
You start thinking of stories like, oh, it could have been this person, and you get like halfway through, and you're like, oh, fuck, it comes back to me.
It comes back to
it doesn't work.
Maybe your hands are injured. How do you explain that?
Yeah.
It just never works. The cops know right away. They look at you. They'll give you the once over. His knuckles are a little beat up. His eyes are dark and he's sweating a little bit. Yeah, he did it. Now, we know he did it.
Right.
Now it's just putting all the pieces together and getting the info.
Can I make it look like a dog attacked? Could I?
Yeah, maybe
a home invasion.
I was as a kid, I used to cover up my crimes. I would cover up my crimes, but my crimes were pretty much I broke the clock in the living room,
mm-hmm.
and what I would do is I would then take the clock and once I was bending the big hand on a clock, just bending it, and it went. It snapped off because it was bendable, and it went.
Apparently not.
It snapped off. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to be in so much trouble for this. Yeah. So I laid out the clock on the floor, and I broke another piece off and threw it out over here and stuff. And of course, who did it? The dog. The dog fucking did it. No. How could the dog break the hands off the clock? Yeah, but I was saying it was the dog. It was the dog. I never gave in.
But in your head, it sounded like the most plausible.
Oh, yeah, as a kid. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the dog did it with his non-opposable thumb.
Yeah. And the dog that had never touched anything that was up on that.
Right.
The clock. Well, that dog hated that clock.
He had it.
Yeah. Couldn't handle that ticking.
Yes, he hated that tick-tock.
We don't have a dog, Anthony.
That might have been a problem, too.
Yeah.
Well, the cat did it. The kitten. The kitten brushed against it with its 2-ounce body.
Yeah, the fucking little bird told me, right, Ant?